Hello and welcome. You are watching a brand new edition of the AI Report right here on News9. A lot has happened in the week gone by in the world of artificial intelligence, from Mythos, a new tool by Anthropic, to AI potentially replacing radiology as a field of science, and of course a little murmur of your heart giving you the ability to be found anywhere on planet Earth. All this and more on this edition of the AI Report. But first up, the big story. Anthropic has announced a new cybersecurity initiative called Project Glasswing. Now, this will use a preview version of its new frontier model, Claude Mythos, to find and access cybersecurity vulnerabilities. The model will be used by a small set of organizations, including Amazon Web Services, Apple, Broadcom, Cisco, CrowdStrike, Google, JP Morgan Chase, Linux Foundation, Microsoft, NVIDIA, Palo Alto Networks, and what have you, along, of course, with Anthropic, to secure critical software from cyber attacks. Now, the company said it's forming this initiative in response to capabilities observed in its general-purpose frontier model that demonstrate a level of coding capability where they can surpass the most skilled humans at finding and exploiting software vulnerabilities, or the ability for systems getting hacked. Now, according to Anthropic, Mythos Preview has already discovered thousands of high-security, zero-day vulnerabilities in every major operating system and web browser. But Anthropic is not putting this technology out in the market just as yet. This because of its cybersecurity capabilities and concerns that they could be abused. Now, what does it mean for India specifically? Well, the Indian IT industry and the government are studying the ramifications of Claude Mythos, Anthropic's unreleased model that has been billed as a powerful scanner and potentially a vector of undiscovered security vulnerabilities across the world's most widely used computer systems. Now, officials in India's Electronics and Information Technology Ministry, or METI, and at the Computer Emergency Response Team India, or CERT-IN, are deliberating whether Mythos's capabilities could mean in coming days. Now, Anthropic said its long-term goal is to release Mythos-class models once safeguards are developed to block dangerous outputs. Now, here are some other big developments in the world of artificial intelligence.
From Samsung's mega Q1 forecast to Musk's growing Terafab project, this is AI Weekly. Samsung forecast its Q1 earnings would beat its entire profits last year. That's as a booming demand for AI infrastructure has constrained chip supply and driven prices higher. Samsung's seen a near doubling in chip prices in the first quarter alone, and estimated a January to March profit of more than $37.9 billion, over an 8-fold jump from a year earlier and well ahead of expectations. After Samsung's record high forecast, shares in peer SK Hynix surged on Wednesday. Markets questioned whether SK Hynix would be on track for similar results. Korea Investment and Securities raised its estimate for the chipmaker's full-year operating profit. It now sees a 28% climb to just over $146.5 billion, more than quadruple last year's numbers. That's after a stronger-than-expected price jump for two of its chips. Intel announced it's joining Elon Musk's Terafab AI chip complex project. Joining SpaceX and Tesla, the tech giant will make processors to power Musk's robotics and data center ambitions. That's after the tech billionaire laid out plans to build a massive AI chip fab to power the EV maker's autonomous ambitions. Intel's shares jumped more than 2% after the announcement. Uber is using Amazon's custom chips to speed up computing and train AI models. That was according to the cloud giant. The ride-hailing firm is seeking advanced hardware to gain a competitive edge. This includes optimizing its digital interface, accelerating ride matching, and personalizing user experience. The deal expands the company's partnership, with Uber now able to use Amazon Web Services Graviton chips.
So these were the big stories from the world of artificial intelligence, but bigger disruptions underway seem likely, which we will discuss after the break, because after the break we will talk about the potential use of AI to replace practicing radiologists. That's right, we'll bring you a perspective on that on the other side of the break. You are watching the AI Report.